Alright, YouTube. Letting my people know I'm here. I'm just waiting to see who's gonna cam up. Happy Friday, Goddess. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. UGC is in the house. We will be meeting in the catacombs this weekend, so get ready. Hey, Vibes that Heal. Hey, Chasing Perfection. How you doing, sis? We miss you. We are missing you. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Were y'all able to catch the live that I did yesterday? Loving life because the money's coming through on all fronts. Put your purse first. Oh yes. Money is a blessing. When all else fails, if you can take care of yourself, you are blessed. For sure. Wonderful, wonderful. So you did catch it. Hey, Deborah. Welcome, 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 UGC. I don't know if everyone's getting the notifications. Let me hold on a second here. I just got finished my art piece in the back. Isn't she sublime? I love her. The link to get her is in the description box. If you want a museum grade fine art print, listen, y'all. My prints are actually hand embellished too. I don't just run off anything cheap and send it off to you. I actually retouch all of my prints so that they look like original art pieces, and it's done on museum grade material. So the stuff that you see at the Louvre in different places, that's the kind of material that I use for even my prints. So that everything is high quality. So if you can't afford the original, get you a fine art museum grade print. You will love it. Everything that I roll out is custom matted, so you can pop it in a very nice frame. I don't ship out anything in a tube. I don't know. It's something about that makes it yucky to me. So I mat everything, and everything looks professional and beautiful, and you will love it. So go to iloveherart.com. Hey, Mello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So for anybody's here for the first time, my name is Salkis. I'm an artist, an author, a poet, a spiritual advisor, medicine woman, founder and the ambassador of the Ugly Girls Club. Our tagline, I refuse to be defined by how I look. You're waiting on your cartridge? It's coming. I talked to my jewelry guy yesterday. I'm hoping it will be ready to pick up today. She's getting a 24 karat gold protection cartridge. So for those of you who want our custom protection cartridge, you got to go to the uglygirlsclub.com. So this one I have is sterling silver, and then we have 24 karat gold as well. So go to the site and order. Go to the site and order. Blind all the detractors. Yes, you have to blindside them. Hey, Yema. Lady, you are not ugly. Are you new here, Belinda? You must be new. Are you new here, Belinda? Well, let me say this to you. It's speculative. It's subjective. Beauty is subjective. And we say on this platform, if you're unattractive, this is the Ugly Girls Club. So if you're unattractive, there is nothing wrong with that. If you are attractive, there's nothing wrong with that too. But this is the Ugly Girls Club. Let me repeat the tagline. I refuse to be defined by how I look. Meaning, you thinking that I'm not ugly doesn't matter. You thinking that I am doesn't matter. It doesn't matter either way because I get to define myself. The goal for most women is to be attractive. And some of us will never meet that goal. I feel personally, overall, that it's a fruitless endeavor because they love you today and hate you tomorrow. Most women wake up with attractiveness on their mind. They go to bed worrying about who they're attractive for, and it never ends. The worrying and the self-doubt and the insecurities that surround trying to fit this mold and trying to measure up to the status quo creates emotional instability, physical ailments, and a lot of mental dysfunction in women. So we are divesting from all of that. So what I'm saying to you, Belinda, it's okay whatever you think. And it doesn't matter what you think. And it has to be that way so that we can find peace. It has to be that way so that I'm not thinking, okay, well, Belinda thinks I'm cute, so I must be okay. That doesn't work. That doesn't help you fortify your self-esteem. We seem to think that attractiveness and self-esteem are mutually exclusive, and one has nothing to do with the other. One has nothing to do with the other. We put on the lipstick, we put on the makeup, we put on the girdles, we put on the bras, we put on the wigs to appease other people. We do that to perform for other people so that other people will like us. It has nothing to do with our self-worth. We do it so that our relationships are pleasurable. We do it so that we can get the contracts, we can get people to sign on the dotted line, we can get people to trust us, we can get the promotions, we can get the proposals and all of that stuff. That's what we do it for. One has nothing to do with how you intrinsically feel about yourself. It's a performance. On this platform, it's a performance. This is what we're saying. And for the women who are unattractive, we are saying that it's not criminal for you to be that way. Although women will try to make it seem like it's a criminal offense. Listen, I forgot who said the quote, but we'll talk about it in the catacombs. I can't remember her name right now. But she stated, this is an older woman, she stated that you as a woman don't owe anybody attractiveness. Women really feel like you feel like you're indebted to other people. You feel like you owe them attractiveness. You owe them your beauty. You don't owe anybody that. Your life is yours. Your life is yours. Your life belongs to you. And unfortunately for us as women, we go through this life burdened and feeling insecure and feeling ashamed of ourselves because the status quo says in order for us to have status, in order for us to communicate value, in order for us to look like we care about ourselves, we gotta look a certain way. Look what happened. I mentioned in the live yesterday. Look what happened to that chick, that sister Mercedes, whatever her name is, who got strangled to death. What, 1.5 million followers on Instagram model, influencer, hourglass figure, beautiful, under every standard, beautiful. And somebody decided to watch this girl and say, I would like to squeeze the life out of her. She doesn't deserve to live. And they decided that, why? Because she was beautiful? All because she was beautiful? And y'all want to tell me there's that attractive women have it better than us? Than the rest of us? Where? Where? We are all sitting ducks in the grand scheme of things. We all want to be respected. We all want to be appreciated. We all want to be protected. And we all want to be loved. Every one of us. Is it that every attractive girl is respected? Hell no. I have attractive women a part of this coalition. And we have private conversations. And they're going through this. They're catching hell too. They're catching hell like everybody else. So we're under this assumption that being beautiful is an escape. And you will die with that lie. Some of you. You will die thinking that lie. I have met women in their 60s and 70s still feeling the need to compete with other women. I don't think there's anything more sadder than a woman in her 60s still trying to compete and outdo and outmaneuver and outshine another woman. Like when do you get a rest from that? When does that end? When does it end? So to me, that's hell. To me, that is hell. And we have to get out of hell, y'all. We're catching hell as it is, and we have to get out of that. That is one part of our lives that we have total control over. We can decide not to play that game. We can decide not to play it. Women, no matter what, get unnecessary rubbish from others. Absolutely. You can't just be. And you feel it. When you're in the presence of another woman, you feel that she's sizing you up. You feel that she's sizing you up. Sometimes they compliment you to disguise what they're measuring or their comparisons between themselves and you. She's comparing herself to you and she's sugarcoating it with compliments. And the competition has already started in the form of a compliment and you don't even realize it. Oh, shit. Women are fucking fake. Fake. This is what happens all the time. This is why I don't participate in the shit. Not at all. I don't take any woman seriously. Not at all. And it's not just me hating. I don't really give a shit. I'm not emotionally invested either way. Whether you think I'm cute, whether you think I'm ugly, whether you think I'm dumb, whether you think I'm smart, that's your bag to hold. That's your bag to hold. It has to be that way. Otherwise, you're on a slippery slope. You're on the verge of having to be medicated for your depression, for your suicidal thoughts and all that stuff that goes along with it. You want out of that? You want out of all of that? You have to divorce yourself. You have to kill your desires to be accepted by other women. I ain't even talking about dicks right now. I'm talking about other women. Because every time you step out your door, you're comparing. Every time you go to the grocery store or Walmart or Home Depot or your child's school or dinner or the amusement park or the roller coaster ride, it doesn't matter. You looking to see who you're better than. Who am I better than today so I can feel good about myself? Bullshit. Who am I better than today? And y'all call that self-esteem. You're looking to see who you are better than so you can feel good, and then you're marketing that as self-worth? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. How would you feel about yourself? How do you feel about yourself when you're by yourself? Is what you know about you. When you're by yourself and there's no audience and there's nobody to impress, that's when you know how you feel about you. When you're out there in front of anybody, it's a performance. You're giving them a show. You're giving them the price of admission. That's when you're on a date, when you're on a girl's trip, wherever else you go. Ain't you tired of that? Ain't you tired of that? I know I am. Ain't you got bigger Fish to fry? Let me see what y'all talking about. So many women think beauty makes them exempt. How dangerous is that mindset? Listen, there's a lot of chicks underneath the ground right now. For nothing more than they were attracted. They're underneath the ground right now. Somebody sent me a link. What's her name? Estelle? Somebody sent me a link today to that guy, that white football player who beat his black girlfriend up. What's his name? I can't remember his name. But she got beat up so bad. I think she has to, well, she'll be suffering for the rest of her life. I think she has plates in her arms, she said. And she has to periodically get her head checked because she's still having residual dysfunctioning going on from her concussion. So she'll have to constantly monitor all of that. He beat her almost to death. And we don't really hear nothing about that. And he pled not guilty. He pled not guilty for that too. And when she described him, she said, she called him her best friend. He was her best friend. He met her family. They were so close. Her best friend. And he was a Brad, right? Some of y'all think Brad is going to treat you better. Some of y'all think, you escape from Blackistan and then, Brad is going to appreciate your black skin because, of course, he has a fetish for nigger girls. So, since he has the fetish for the little nigger girls, maybe he'll treat you a little better because he like little Sealy color purple looking ass girls. And, he gets off on that. Hard climaxing because you look like a slave girl. You want to capitalize on that. Whatever. At the end of the day, it's all spilled milk. At the end of the day, you hot today and you not tomorrow with these men. Hot today and not tomorrow. And your whole existence is to be cute for him. So he can love me. I want to look good. So, men love women who look good. They love and respect women who are beautiful. That bullshit. How many beautiful chicks are under the ground? Didn't Halle Berry lose half her hearing in one ear when Wesley Snipes beat her ass, or somebody beat her ass? Halle Berry. Beauty does not guarantee anything. It doesn't guarantee anything. I need for y'all to like the stream, put a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, especially any of you who suspect that you're unattractive. Some of you aren't sure, which is weird. Some of you aren't sure if you're unattractive. But every day you look in the mirror and you wish you looked like somebody else. But somehow, well, Salkis, I don't know how to rate myself. But every time you look in the mirror when you get up in the morning, you wish you had another face. You wish somebody could peel the face you have off and then put another one on. But I don't know how to rate myself. That bullshit. But you know how to rate everybody else. You know how to rate your mother, your sister, some of you, even your children. You know how to rate who's cute and who not in your breed. But you don't know if you're ugly or not. So for those of you who suspect that you might be, and you're not quite sure, this might be the platform for you. The UGC is what we call it over here. Go ahead and subscribe, and then become a member of the Patreon page, so you can get more tea. And then when you're ready to graduate from there, come on over to the catacombs, so that I don't want YouTube to flag. So I'll just hold what I was going to say. Just come on over there. Come on over there when you're ready. I dropped my pretty friend. That's a girl we've known each other for years and years. She didn't care about me. And my family always told me that, but it took years before I finally woke up. And why, Gia, why did it take you so long to let her go? Your family told you she was no good. You held on. Why do you think you held on so long? Because that's the problem with a lot of you. Thanks for subscribing, Belinda. That's the problem with a lot of you. You know when your friend ain't shit. You know when she's disrespectful to you. You know when the relationship is sort of uneven and you're putting in more value than you're getting out of. But yet you hold on. You hold on to these friendships. And then you turn around and judge women who stay with men that mistreat them. Oh, I don't even know how she could do it. It could never be me. And you with a friend since kindergarten who treat you like shit. Probably slept with you, a couple of boyfriends, all kinds of stuff, and she's still your friend since 82. And then you judging the chick that got kids with a dad and all that, and the relationship is going in the toilet, and you proudly say, I could never let anybody treat me like that. Yes, you can. And you do. Yes, you can, and you do. You ain't no better than nobody else. Your desperation is just in a different dress. Your desperation is in a pantsuit. Her desperation is in a sundress. But it's the same shit. It's the same thing. But here we go. Everybody wants to be better than everybody else so they can feel good about themselves. You can't feel good about yourself unless you feel like you're better than somebody else. And this is most women. This is most women. This is most of the women that you meet. Most of your mothers are exactly this way. Exactly this way. And we think women aren't violent. We think women aren't treacherous. How, Sway? We hold on because we hope they will change. Not anymore after UGC. They don't change. I am thankful for your wisdom. Thank you, self-love. This is a platform for me because you are a crone and tell the unadulterated truth. Thank you, Cashapp. Brad can be just as bad. Absolutely. Brad can be, listen, anybody can potentially hurt you. And usually people will if they know they can. Like you can turn somebody into a devil in your life by allowing them to mistreat you. They can start off well-intentioned. I want the best for you. I'm interested in you. I want the best for you and all that kind of stuff. And then as they go along and see that, okay, you're not stopping them from doing certain things, you're forgiving them for certain things, they're not showing up the way they're supposed to, and you're not swayed in any way, your energy levels don't dissipate. Actually, you're giving more when they're giving less. You turn them into a devil in your life by allowing them to use you. That's what you do. That's what you do. I cut my best friend off after years because I didn't like how she would speak to me. And when I asked her for advice, she would give lackluster responses. But anytime she was in a rut, I would give. That's friendships. That's friendships. And those of you who are watching, who are 21, 20, 21, 22, 25-year-old girls, be careful with these friendships. Most of these girls don't really care about you. Just like I say, most of these men don't care about you. Most of these girlfriends that you have are talking behind your back, are scheming on you, are jealous of you, wanting and hoping and wishing to see you fail. This is what your friends are in some total. This is what your friends are in some total. So trusting women is a crapshoot. It's a roll of the dice. It's really a roll of the dice. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I'm 18 and I'm glad I came across your show. You're 18? Oh my goodness. I have a lot, which I didn't realize how many young girls are tuned into this channel. I know I'm the secret channel that a lot of people watch and won't admit to because it says the Ugly Girls Club, and there's shame wrapped around that. If the name ugly, the word ugly is triggering to a lot of people. So I'm not something that a lot of people are proud to even say that they watch. But it helps. It helps you though. And all my concern is that you're being helped and you're avoiding some pitfalls and tripping on your feet, which you don't have to do because you're getting the knowledge. So however it goes, you may not like what I say, but I don't say anything wrong. Tell me what advice that I've given over the years that put you in harm's way. Has anything that I've told y'all to do or warned you against put you in harm's way? Never. Never. I'm 22 and I know people don't genuinely like me. Ironically, that is why I'm very charming. The irony of it. I didn't know you were 22, Yema. Wow. Forever love, I'm 19 and I'm so grateful for this channel. I wanted to share, but no one that I know would understand her message. Wow, we got some babies. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll be your surrogate mom. I'll be your stepmom. Let's see. I'm no longer angry or disappointed when my women friends reveal themselves. It feels great to be aware we are not friends but friendly. Isn't it powerful? When you can pick and choose when and where and how and with whom to pretend with, isn't that more powerful than feeling like you're obligated to show up a certain way and be a certain thing and do a certain thing for people who will not reciprocate? Now you can pick and choose who you want to game with. Now you can pick and choose. My daughter, who's 20, who's about to celebrate her 21st birthday, and her friends never can celebrate with her because she goes out for them no matter where or what. I was telling her basically the same thing. And you got to keep telling her. Because sometimes, when you're young, you were young. So when you're young, you just feel like, I know more than you. You're not hip to it. So you got to keep talking to her, keep telling her, and every chance you get, you got to point out another example to substantiate the warnings that you give her. Like, you see what happened to you, Jessica? Didn't I tell you X, Y, Z, and ABC would happen? And let her see that what you're saying is consistent with the results that she's getting in her life. Most women would never understand Salkis. That's because most of us are acting. Most of us are pretending. I think women understand, but they're afraid to, we are we're masters at deflecting. Women are very masterful in deflecting. Don't pay attention to me. Pay attention to what they've done to me, but don't pay attention to how I respond. And don't pay attention to what I feel. And don't pay attention to what I say, because after all, I'm a victim. I'm a victim, so you can't blame me for anything that I do. Everything that I do is because something has happened to me, which is what most women will say. So when you see her doing shit and you try to call her out on her shit, she will go, no, you can't blame me for this. I'm reacting. I'm responding to what has happened to me. This is the bullshit that women feed other women. And we get caught up in that all the time. All the time. You got to flag the play. You've got to flag the play. How many of y'all have friends? And when you try to advise your friends not to do a certain thing, they don't listen. They don't listen. Why don't they listen? Because a lot of times these women never respected you to begin with. And a lot of times when you show your vulnerability, you lose credibility with your own fucking friends. How about that? When you show vulnerability to them, all of a sudden now they don't respect your. Listen to me, lean in. Lean in, you 18-year-old girls. When you show vulnerability to your friends, you lose credibility. You lose the ability to authorize and be authoritative and be directional and be helpful. You lose that when you share your flaws with women. They don't respect you. You think it's bringing you closer because you're trauma bonding. Bullshit. She has lost all respect for you when she sees your weaknesses. Women always respect men more. This patriarchy, misogyny, and all that shit. Who you think holds the shit together? Women. Women do. Well, this is why I'm here. As the ugly girl's ambassador, as the misfit to society, as the reject in my own community, as the one who has a phenotype that's undesirable, the one who looks like a monkey and a runaway slave and a field hand with dusty feet. I'm here to tell you that people are full of shit. Your own people are full of shit. Now we have conversations about who can claim what, who's indigenous to this land, who was born somewhere else, and I'm like, here we go with another nothing burger. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is food in your mouth, roof over your head, and protection. That's the only thing that matters. Where you were born on the planet. Well, you know, in the grand scheme of things, where you were born on the planet means what? If you can't feed yourself. It means what if you feel suppressed and insecure? Oh, I got my flag. I'm waving my flag. This is where I'm from. I'm so proud of where I'm from. You ain't there, but you're waving the flag of pride. Y'all, on this platform, I advise you to put energy into things that you have total control over. Everything else is a moot point. Nothing else really matters. It really doesn't. All of this competition, and at the end of the day, we are all human beings. We're really all human beings wanting the same thing. What's the point? What's the point? Okay, I know my flag. I know my nationality. I'm proud of my bloodline. I'm a descendant from aliens or whatever. And if you don't eat the right thing, you get constipated or a heart attack. If you don't do the right thing, you'll end up on the street homeless with your flag. Homeless waving your fucking flag. You're homeless, can't feed yourself, can't get your medications, can't send your kids to school, but you're proud of your bloodline. Oh, Lord, have mercy. We got bigger fish to fry. Let everybody battle, because it's entertainment. Let everybody battle all that stuff out. Let everyone else battle that stuff out. Your only job is to create your reality. That's it. Create your reality. You don't need labels. You don't need to be a part of this set or a part of that set and culturally I do this, and culturally I don't do that, and culturally we eat this, and culturally we don't eat that. And at the end of the day, when you look behind the veil of all these cultures, there's all kinds of shit in there. You go, wait a minute now. Oh, we got to leave that on the table. We do that? No, we can't do that. We can't do that. The best advice I learned from Selkis is know what you want and stick to it. This means that you are strong enough to develop your own foundation, so you are unshakable no matter the circumstances. I love that. I love that. Belinda says, I'm 30 years old and I needed to hear this. We all need to hear it, and then we need to hear it again, Belinda. It's not that you reach a certain age and you don't need to hear it anymore, because the programming never stops. The devil never sleeps. The devil doesn't take furlough. The devil doesn't take vacation time. The devil doesn't stop for Christmas, New Year's, Easter, Halloween, Lent, Passover. None of that. The resurrection, the devil's not stopping. That wheel of propaganda and manipulation is constantly spinning. And just when you think you're over it, something flashes in your peripheral that tells you to hate yourself, that tells you you're inadequate, that tells you that you need something else, that tells you that you're not good enough as you are, that tells you that you were born on the wrong side of the earth, or to the wrong family, or to the wrong tribe, or whatever. You're constantly getting these messages. So you have to fortifying yourself is a daily thing. As long as you're alive, you got to recharge. Just like you have to sleep every day. Don't you have to sleep every day? That's your body's rest point so it can recharge. It's the same thing with your mind. You have to recharge your mind on a daily basis. It is not a set it and forget it thing. Why? Why is it not a set it and forget it thing? Because you're not swinging from a tree in the Amazon rainforest. You have billboards, you have TV, you have your phone, you have the internet. Society in general has a consciousness that they try to force feed you, and you're exposed to it on a daily basis. Now, if you was swinging in the jungle somewhere, and then nothing but apron made of leaves and eating bananas or something like that, then you wouldn't have to do any of this, because what would be affecting you then? Sunshine and rain. That would be it. But we live in a sophisticated society, and technology, we're being talked to whether we realize it or not. Technology is always whispering in your ear. It never sleeps. So you constantly have to tweak. Tweak it out. Selkis, this morning's Patreon post was poignant and right on time. You love this, sweet tea? Yes. Y'all need to join. Tell sweet tea they need to come on to Patreon and stop playing. Patreon is lit. The Catacombs is lit too, but Patreon is the next step after this, and it's lit. We have powerful women in our midst. We have women from all walks of life, from doctors to single mothers. This is not a group of women who are unintelligent. This is not a group of women who have not been able to accomplish anything in life. What we are is a group of women who society has told us that we're unintelligent, that we don't deserve what we want, that we don't matter. A lot of us are dealing with the inconsistencies between what people say and what they actually do. We're dealing with discrepancies between our relationships with our own mothers, and that fucks with you. A woman who gives birth to you, that's like, I wish you weren't here, that fucks with you. And there's a lot of women dealing with that. So it's not that we're incompetent or incapable, it's that we've been indoctrinated emotionally to think that we are less. But most of us have helped other people. Most people that are part of this coalition have been the helping hand that their detractors needed. You're feeding the people who make you insecure. That's who I supplicate with. So there's a hurdle to jump through there. And the hurdle is emotional. And the hurdle is performance based, because that's really all status is at the end of the day. Because if you're helping everyone who thinks that you're less than them, then what part of this thing, what part of that dynamic of you being less is a fact? If they're coming to you for rescue, for a shoulder to lean on, for bailout money to pay the rent, maybe even a witness protection program. There's some of y'all whole house done turned into a witness protection program on these motherfuckers. And these are the same people that tell you you're not good enough to assert authority over your life. Then what part of this thing called status is a fact? A man who doesn't want to take care of you is qualified to say what you're worth. If a man doesn't want to take care of you, he's coming with a lens of worthlessness, of seeing you as worthless anyway. So how can he objectively tell you what you're worth when he's coming to you with I don't want to take care of you? How does he have authority? How can he objectively say, okay, this is what you can get and this is what you can't get, when he's coming in saying you don't deserve anything? And this is who you listen to. Kitten Heels and the rest of them, this is who you super chat. This is who you super chat. And then you have the pretty hoes that flick their hair and bat their lashes a little bit for you and talk down to you. They intimidate you. The pretty chicks intimidate you. Their whole delivery is condescending, and you give them money too. Oh, she's better than me. Let me super chat her so that I can feel worthy of her love. Bullshit. You super chat her and she's dissing you. You can't be like me, but you can try. And you go, oh, I just love her advice. She's telling the truth. And she gets the super chat money. And what do I get? Oh, thank you, Salkis. I'll think about it. I'll give what you're saying some thought. Oh, you will. Oh, you will, won't you? Good for you. Good for you. That's life. That's why you gotta have, eggs in different baskets. I do all kinds of things. I do whatever I want to do. I label myself. I categorize myself. I determine my worth based on where I put my energy. Nobody gets to do that for me. You can have your opinion because it's yours. It's not mine. Your opinion is yours. That's your bag to hold. Right? But I'm still going to do what I want to do. And this is what I'm telling you all to do. Thank you, Queen, for the ties. I appreciate it. If for $10 all you got was one word that made an idea click better to better your day, would it be worth it? I've gotten several in the 7-minute meditation this AM. Oh, you're talking about the Patreon? Yes, that meditation was powerful, wasn't it? Y'all go to Patreon. There's a $5 tier, $15 tier, $20 tier. There's no excuse. And they're all useful. They're all useful. Eve was another powerful, not listen to the Father, the Creator, but powerful melanated black woman. But the problem was she did everybody makes wrong choices, wrong decisions. So you're saying that Eve, we're like Eve, making wrong decisions and wrong choices? I said in yesterday's live, and y'all need to go and watch it, that you don't have to adopt another woman's fear. Women are invested in recruiting you into their fear, into their apprehension, into their regrets, into their self-doubt. They want company there. So this is what women will do. Give you another fucking thing to be ashamed of. Now we gotta be ashamed of Eve? Where's Eve at? I ain't even have seen her. Where Eve at? Eve fucked shit up for me? I don't really know if Eve even exists. I know I exist. I know my mother exists. I know my aunties. I know my children. I don't know about Eve. I'm not, Eve, what Eve did cannot be my burden. I got bigger fish to fry. I got enough on my plate than to have something else to be ashamed of. That's what everybody wants to bring. Something else for an unattractive girl to be ashamed about. Y'all, halt. Halt. Don't do it. Don't do it. I could see her down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. I wouldn't know her either. I wouldn't know her either. Bigger fish to fry. Women on Twitter are attacking me for saying that we have no friends. They are just proving the point. They're attacking you. That's gaslighting. Imagine that. So instead of being a friend to you and saying, you know what, sis, whatever support that you need, you know, I don't understand where that ideology comes from, but I'm really here to support you. I'm here to extend the helping hand. If you need anything, please don't hesitate. So instead of saying that, they attack you. This is what women do. And what's the attack, Enchanted One? Exclusion. To make you feel excluded. This is what women do to weaponize. Y'all are going to get the education that you need in the psychology of women so that you understand yourself and you understand your enemy. Because your enemy, again, is not men. Is not men. It really isn't. At least not on this platform. But it doesn't pay well to say that it's women. It doesn't pay well. If I decided today to shift the premise of the channel and go into a whole man-hating uproar, I'd probably double or triple my subscribers in a month. Because it's passionate to blame. And like I said, what did I say about the nature of women? Women deflect. So if I say it's not us, it's them, they can get on board with that. Oh yeah, we agree. They can get on board with that. Of course. Because there's no finger pointing at you. She's so honest and so real. Oh my God. That bullshit. Why? Because I'm not pointing the finger at you and me. Y'all, if y'all don't understand that women are bullshitters yet, eventually you will. Eventually you will. And once you understand that women are bullshitters, you are going to be so free and relaxed. You are going to feel so secure within yourself. You're not going to feel pressure to conform or to consolidate your thoughts or to edit your script or to compete anymore. When you realize there is no woman that really thinks she's better than you, because even the ones who say they do are in competition with you. Now, how can they feel they're better than you and then feel the need to compete with you at the same time? How does the twain meet? And don't you experience that? Those of you who are unattractive, don't you experience the energy of competition even with women who are supposedly on a higher level than you? Where's the inspiration to do that come from if they're so confident? Bullshit. I call bullshit. And this is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. Your mother didn't push you out her vagina for you to be worried about how you look. You didn't sign a contract with God to be born on this planet to constantly measure up and rate yourself to other women. That's your claim to fame? That's your purpose in life? To compete with other women? So when you're on your deathbed, are you going to count your wins? Like, I was better than Sheila, back in 72, I was better than Sheila. I was better than Barbara. Who else was I better than? Carlita. Who else? You know, I outranked Cynthia too. Cynthia, yeah, she thought she was bad, and I flanked her ass too. That's what you're gonna be saying on your deathbed, huh? You gonna be reminiscing about who you outranked, who you competed against when you're taking your last breath? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You want good food, good conversation. You want safety. You want laughter. You want creativity. You know how proud I am of this piece? Because it's all me. It's all my energy. And it had nothing to do with what anybody else wanted to see, what anybody else thought was hot or not. This was all my mind. This is God right here for me. This is how I'm able to separate myself from the noise of you got to be this and you got to do that and you got to look like this. Listen, that's not my purpose. And it's not your purpose either. It's really not. So when you get acquainted with what your purpose is, girl, food is going to taste better. Life is going to be more encouraging, more exciting for you. All of that is what's going to happen. Y'all make sure you like the stream and go to Patreon and become a member too. Don't wait. The couple of dollars you giving to them fake ass hoes behind some avatar, you don't even know if it's male or female, and you taking advice from, go ahead and run that back over here. Because what I do over here is for you. Especially those of you who I don't know how to rate myself. Especially those of you who don't know how to rate yourself. Come on over here. Come on over here with it. What about us women in the chat? Can we be genuine friends? If you want to be a friend, if you want to be a genuine friend, and that's something you want to experience and you want to be with somebody else, I would never say that you can't. I would never say that you can't. My advice, just in general, is that you can care about anybody that you want. You can care about anybody that you want. It is just when you label this, when you put in the label of friendship, you dismiss human nature. And human nature doesn't stop because you call somebody a friend. And what do I mean by human nature? Human nature is, I don't want to see you today, but you might get offended that I don't want to spend time with you. Or human nature is, okay, you got that, you got that higher contract level, or that deal, went down for you, and now I'm a little bit jealous of you because my deal didn't go through. And I'm like, and I'm more qualified than you. So how did you get it? That's human nature, right? Or the nature of women, I should say. So when you're dealing with friendships, you got to leave the wiggle room for the I don't want to see you today. I don't like you today. I'm jealous of you right now. Or whatever the negative parts are. You got to leave room for that. Even when you're helping people. And you leave room for it so that you're not surprised when the other shoe drops. You're not surprised when someone slights you that you care about. It's just, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So you take the good with the bad. You take the good with the bad. Lose weight and you will see who is your friend. Case in point. Now, Autumn is in phenomenal shape. I think she's doing powerlifting or something like that. So she's done a 180 and transformed herself. And I'm sure the friendships and the associations that were built upon common fears, common insecurities, because that's how you build your friendships, you know, based on your fears, based on your insecurities, based on your level of self esteem, based on your vices. You know, if you do drugs, you want somebody else to do drugs with you. You're not trying to find you don't want a friend who's clean. You want a friend who's going to snort the cocaine with you. So once you start shifting, well, they go, who do you think you are? You think they're in their mind, and you may not even be treating them differently, but you're treating yourself differently, and they're taking it personal. You're doing things that are better for you, and they take it as a personal attack against you. You think you're better than us. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Yep, I lost weight, and guess who has no friends? You experienced that too, Johanna? Lord have mercy. So, what is friendship then? Because some of you feel that you need it. So I ask you, what is it then? If you can't change, and if you can't improve yourself and maintain your friendships, what are friendships to begin with? What are they to begin with? That's the point. What about divorce? You will not have friends after that. That can happen too. I have to, when I had lost weight, the comments or the peer pressure to eat bull people are a trip. So they try to sabotage you. This is what they do. Friendships. I've said on this platform before that the definition of friend, the etymology of the word friend is fiend. Someone is a fiend for you. You're sort of like, almost like a fetish. That's what friendships are built upon. You're fetishized in a sort of way. But the word friendship itself means a fiend. Somebody who's like, habitually attached to you. They crave you in a sort of way. It really has hardly anything ever to do with love. I love you and I care about you. It's not that. Who's that? Emma, thank you. You're the realist on YouTube. I hate that the climate isn't right to critically read women. The time will soon come, though. Your channel is very profound and has helped me. Please keep speaking. Thank you for the love and support. I appreciate you. My goal is really not to be the biggest of anything out here. I don't want any fame. I just want to help those who need it. I don't want the fame at all. Yeah, they can keep it and the confusion that comes with it. And because we're human beings and we're all infallible, right? And we're all making mistakes. And everything that I'm telling you about women, I'm not pointing the finger. It's a us thing. Everything that I'm telling you that women have done, we've all, to some degree, on some sort of rotation, have done it to other people. So it's not even who's pristine out here. Those without sin cast the first stone. I can't cast any stones. I've been wronged in my life, and I've wronged people too, just like everybody. Now I could say it was me reacting to, being treated unfairly or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're wrong. You're wrong. Women like to put this the word because to justify evil actions. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the because is. The only thing that really matters is the result. We like to put heavy focus on intention when at the end of the day it's about the result. And if you've ruined somebody's life, if you've sabotaged anybody, that's a result that you have to deal with. That's a karma that you got to deal with. That's a karma you got to deal with. So it is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. Yes, we have all crossed people boundaries in a bad way. Of course we have. Listen, what is the one thing I keep telling y'all? Especially unattractive girls who are pretending that they don't know they're unattractive. What is the one thing I keep telling you that you've forgotten? You've forgotten that you're a woman too. So as treacherous as I say women are, we have to include ourselves in that shit. Because we either have done the thing or we have the potential to be the thing. All of us. All of us. Some of you are givers to a fault, not because you love giving, it's because you're scared of rejection. So you hide behind, you tuck in your motives like you're so selfless when you're giving as a form of a tactic. You're giving to disarm people. You're giving to get people to like you. Not that you enjoy doing it. That bullshit. So these are the things that we do. Especially unattractive women, because we scared of everybody's complaints. We scared of everybody's opinion. So we just giving. We just giving. Not because we're selfless, but because we are afraid of judgment. Talk to me. Talk to me. And this is why I tell you, don't forget that you are a woman. Attractive women and men in general, everybody wants you to forget that you're a woman too. The attractive women will talk to you like you're not a woman, like you don't have a vagina. How do I know? Because they talk to me that way. And when I listen to them try to, finagle and scam, I'm like, well, I don't have a dick to fuck you. You must be forgetting that I got a snatch too. You handling me like if I'm running behind you to fuck you. When I bleed every month like you, I have every potential that you have. Attractive women forget. And they forget because we don't display that. And we don't finagle. They get the playbook, they huddle together and learn how to work and maneuver the system and manipulate and all that stuff. And they get a pass because they're beautiful. And meanwhile, they tell us to be what? Be virtuous. Be honest. Be compromising. Right? That's what they tell us while they huddle together and learn the playbook. And I'm telling you, unattractive girl, that you need to stop forgetting that you have a vagina too. You need to stop forgetting that. Everything she learned, you can learn too. Everything she does, you can do too. They're invested in stopping you from having options. They're invested in stopping you from seeing the full picture. That's what it is. That's what it is. So listen, UGC. Life is to be enjoyed until it ends. And it will end for all of us. Eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake. Who are you waiting on? Who are you waiting on? Proverbs 31. Salkis, I am, what is it? Am the go friend. I don't have many friends, but the one I have, I am very respectful. That's great. If you have one good friend, then you're blessed. Remember Gabrielle Union's Mean Girl speech? She admitted to being jealous and she's considered attractive. Well, Gabrielle is dark skinned, so is that part of it. So I mean she is very attractive. But you can be very attractive, and if you're the wrong skin tone, you kind of you get that the same treatment, right? So there's categories of unattractiveness. If we didn't know, there's categories, subcategories, and it's all bullshit at the end of the day. I started being happiest when I focused on what I can control. Wonderful. At Belinda, get on Patreon, love. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Sign up. Sign up now to get your money's worth. No matter when you sign up in the month, they charge. So, yeah, get it now. Go on to Patreon now. It'll save you time. It'll save you energy. I believe it will save some of your vaginas too, because some of you are going to put your vagina on the chopping block. The year is almost over. Come New Year's, you're going to be making promises to people that you shouldn't be making promises to. You're going to believe more lies towards the end of this year, because towards the end of the year it's cold, it's lonely, it's the death month, so it's easy to convince you to do things that you don't want to do when you're cold and lonely. So go on over to Patreon so that you can fortify your vagina. You got to protect your vagina. I mean, what else is there to protect? It don't matter what flag you waving. It don't matter what part of the earth you were born on. The only thing that matters is that your vagina is protected. Your vagina feels love. That's it. That is it. All right, UGC. So I'm gonna leave y'all to it. Again, the painting is complete, and you can go to iloveherart.com to get you a custom print. Or if you got the coins, some sugar daddy on deck, you can go ahead and bag up this original and get an original SalkisRe. And then you really be cooking with gas and harnessing that dark goddess energy. You think you can go to the Afrocentric vegan meditation black women's groups and they got a type as well? Wait a minute. You think you can go to the Afrocentric vegan meditation black women's group and they got a type as well? Listen, there's a type everywhere. There's a type everywhere. There's a hierarchy everywhere. You can't escape that shit. You can't escape. Every clique gonna have an officer and then other officers underneath that and all that. The beauty about this coalition is that we lock in arms together, and I mean that. We lock arms together and we share with each other. I don't want to be a clique. I know how dangerous those are. I know how toxic those are. And I don't want any woman to feel excluded, and I don't want any woman to feel that she's better than anybody else. You're not going to get that in here. Because that's something that I check. Anybody feel that they outshining somebody else, I go, oops, wrong crowd. Wrong crowd. And that's really what it is. Thank you, Blessed. What about trans women who get surgeries to look beautiful? I feel like they'll get a wake-up call. Listen, behind the scenes, I talk to quite a few trans women. There are trans women who have subscribed to this channel, who embody the message of the Ugly Girls Club too. There's quite a few of them who want to join the catacombs. I have some men, very, very feminine men, who love what it is I'm saying here too. So if there's ever a time where I need to switch because y'all are not, appreciating the message, I could go to trans women today and get a coin. Today. Don't get it twisted. There are people like, Salkis, can you open it up for us? Can you open it up for us? And I'm like, right now it can't be that. You gotta have a natural vagina. For now. For now. Just for now. It is what it is. It is what it is. There are people who appreciate this more than other people who should. But that's just life. That's just life. There are attractive women who appreciate this more than the other girls do. And that's just life too. It's weird that way. It's weird that way. So I have taken my biases out of this thing and decided whoever's going to come is that they are going to recruit themselves. And that's how I feel about it. They will recruit themselves. I can't recruit anybody. You have to resonate with it yourself. He found out I didn't like it, so now he harasses me at work. Oh Lord, you found a man in your restroom? Oh boy. To be alive, don't believe the hype about the trans surgery. Statistically, 80% want to transition back when they see things don't change. It's body dysmorphia. All kinds of stuff going on. Unfortunately, there's a lot of dysmorphia going on. There's a whole bunch of that. But listen, everyone has their cross to bear. I have mine, you have yours, and they have theirs. They have theirs. And a lot of men who come to this channel feel like everything that I'm saying they can relate to as well. And they tell me all the time, listen, I know this is for women, but I appreciate what you're saying. This applies to me too. So, I have support from all kinds of people. And I expect that. And it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, y'all. So let me get off this horn and go do some things. I appreciate you all. And I'll see y'all. Those of you who are members of the Catacombs, I will see y'all this Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who are part of Patreon, go over there and get your spiritual food, man. Get filled, get fat. Get Thanksgiving dinner over there. That's what's going on. And y'all enjoy your weekends. And I will talk to you soon. Peace and love.